Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of the Water Bearer Podcast. So, if you've been watching since day one, welcome. If you have just joined, maybe today is your first time watching, welcome as well. And thank you for tuning in to the podcast. I really appreciate it and don't take it for granted. And we're talking about Taurus today. So, this season, I'm doing why you would love each sign, each zodiac sign. So we're going through all 12 and talking about the things that we love. So if you are a Taurus or you love a Taurus or know a Taurus, drop it in the comments as you're watching this. And also, while you're here, go ahead and join the Drip family. So sharing is caring, but subscribing is thriving. So go ahead and hit that YouTube subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime new content drops on the channel. And then you can catch the drip every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's where you can find the new episodes that drop. So after this one, we have 3 more, and then that'll be the end of this season. And on the social media front, if you're not already following me, you can follow me on Instagram at Poetic, and that's P-E-A-U-X-E-T-I-C, and on TikTok, Poetic7, and that's P-E-A-U-X-E-T-I-C, and then the number 7. And as I always do, I tell a famous person of the zodiac or the guest that I have. So since we're talking about Taurus, a famous Taurus is Cam Newton. I'm not sure if y'all are aware of that, but he is a Taurus. And my guest today, Tre, you can follow him on Instagram at 206.wick. So that's 206.wick if you're listening and not watching the podcast. So I've known Tre now for about 3 years or so. And you may have remembered Michael Simmons, who's been on the podcast before in some of the prior seasons. This is his nephew, so he's real cool, real down to earth, and pretty much a pro bowler. So we're gonna get into all of that and all the Taurus things, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring him out to join us. What's up, Trey?
Oh man, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, as you already know, I can't bowl worth nothing.
Uh,
So I can't do it. I got to be a little tipsy to be decent at bowling.
yeah, I ain't that good either.
Y'all, he lying. Don't don't let him believe that he had his own shoes, own ball, everything. When somebody show up like that, yeah, they're serious.
12 or 13 now.
Huh?
Got like 12, 13 balls now.
Really?
I need to buy some more, man. They so expensive.
So where do you keep them? You
My,
just kind of have them displayed, or
my living room.
okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. So, you kind of led me into one of the things right off the bat about Taurus is I feel like they're a very competitive sign, but they're not. Um, and I love that about them, but they're not like braggy competitive. Um, I think a Taurus, in my opinion, they just all about the results. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do this, and I'm probably gonna beat everybody. Yes, and so it's funny because when I was thinking about this episode, I was like, yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to touch on because I was thinking about you bowling, and then also too. Before we get too far into it, when is your birthday?
My birthday May 20th.
May 20th. Okay, cool. So belated birthday to you on here. I know we had communicated and I told you happy birthday, but just wanted the viewers and the listeners to know about your birthday. So on the 20th. Okay. And so another thing, well, a couple other things that I think is true about Taurus, they are very, what's the word? Kind of indulgent people. So like Taurus, they like what they like. Like I wouldn't say they're materialistic, but you like nice things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you say that's true. Okay. And Taurus are also, I feel, very good with money. You're good with managing money. Most times, I feel like Taurus is also um, they know where to find money, or they know where to, hook people up with jobs or things like that. I think a Taurus is just naturally gifted like that when it comes to money and like finances and things like that.
Yeah, I would agree.
You would agree? Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So all those things I said, do you feel like that applies to you
Yeah,
specifically?
yeah. I was sitting here. I was like, dang, bro. Like, 'cause I mean, I'm not that deep into the whole science, but I just
Mhm.
But when you was talking, I was like, yeah, it sounds just like me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And so another thing too. So I know you said you're not really that deep into the signs, but within the zodiac, there's four of the signs are considered fixed signs. So it would be my sign, Aquarius, yours, Taurus, and then Leo and Scorpio. And so with the fixed signs, I feel like one thing we all have in common is we are stubborn as hell. And so the would you say that about yourself? Would you say that you're stubborn?
very stubborn. I'm very, very stubborn. Very.
Okay. And so I know we're talking about the good side of Taurus and why people love them, and some people may be just watching and listening to what I just said and think, okay, well, stubborn is a bad thing. But I think a lot of times stubborn can be good because it can keep you from being swayed by other people, keep you out of trouble.
Yeah.
Um, so, like, what are some ways that you think that you're most stubborn?
Uh, I don't know. If I see when I think about that, I just think about like the women in my life. You know what I'm saying? They just be like, "You so stubborn."
Okay.
Some stuff I just be stuck in my ways sometimes. Like some stuff I just don't want to do. I just don't listen. Not listen, but like, or when it comes like picking restaurants or picking something or doing something, I just, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, my
Yeah.
phone. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
no,
just,
you
I don't
good.
know. I don't know. It's hard to explain it because everybody just say I'm stubborn. You know, I don't be thinking I am, but
Mhm.
when I hear from everybody, I be like, yeah, okay,
I
I
see
got
it.
because everybody keeps saying it. So yeah,
Ah,
I don't know.
okay. Okay, I can see that. So now one thing I'm gonna say, a Taurus, you mentioned restaurants. Now, if I'm in a group and a Taurus, like if we were to go somewhere and you suggest a restaurant, I'm probably gonna roll with it because a Taurus, they know good food.
Yeah,
Every Taurus I know, they know good food. So I'm not about to fight on that. I'm like, okay, I sit back and whatever you want to go.
that's the thing. Like I be knowing when it comes to food, I be knowing where I want to go, what I want to do, but I want to make
Mhm.
sure the other person is satisfied and comfortable and happy. That's my
Mm.
that's my issue.
Okay. So you're looking out more so for their feelings than what you want.
Right, right, right.
Okay. 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 So you said, you mentioned too about the uh just some of the relationships, like the women in your life, and just them all kind of saying you're stubborn. So have you ever paid attention to what their signs are, like in terms of the compatibility, like maybe the ones that you like really hit it off with and you like, okay, maybe there's something to that. Or has it they been all different or what?
I want to say, I want to say it's been a mixture, but when I think about it, I think about the Aries.
Okay.
Yeah, Aries. But I get I mean, I know not about getting along, but I get along well with I believe Aquarius.
See.
But
Oh.
I think, yeah, I think
Okay. So you would say Aries. So it sounds like you're saying Aries relationship wise and Aquarius friendship wise.
yeah, definitely friendship wise with Aquarius, man. Like every
Mhm.
close friend I've like really really close been like Aquarius.
Hey, see,
So yeah,
good
it's
people, good choice. But no, I'm with you on that. I Taurus people, I feel like they're very loyal, really good friends. Um, Another thing I can appreciate about a Taurus too is you don't really have to guess most times where they're coming from. Like you know pretty much what you're gonna get. Like they're very dependable, uh, really grounded, and they're not just like all over the place. You know, with how they act.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Okay, okay. So, so what are some traits that you think? And this could be not even thinking about the zodiac, but just traits that you believe people love about you, and then we can kind of weigh in and see if maybe you think those are some Taurus traits or not.
Um, people say I'm very charismatic. Um, I try to look out for everybody. I try to be for everybody when they need somebody. Um, that's one like I think. I mean, I know it's so many, but I can only think about like being really charismatic because I really care a lot about my friends, people in general, not just friends, just anybody. I could be a stranger, and I try to do my best for them if I could. I could help in any kind of way.
Right.
I don't get mad often, so I'm always smiling, always happy. I don't get mad. Cause if I get mad, I can't control it. So
Okay, I was waiting because I was gonna say a Taurus. That is true. I feel like they are slow to anger,
yeah,
but when you reach that point, you better just run because that.
I just stay smiling, man. Or if something like really rub me the wrong way, I just separate myself and be by myself. So,
Mhm. So
yeah,
you don't like go off on the person.
right.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm
Okay.
and I can't be doing that young stuff no more. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, so yeah, because I feel you on that because there's certain ways that I react to situations like in my 20s or even in my 30s, and then now, just hitting 40 earlier this year, I find myself kind of second guessing, like, okay, is it really worth it for me to respond this way? You know,
Right.
like how I used to respond.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you know the charismatic part I agree with because again, going back to the bowling example, when I mean, like I said, you didn't do much talking. You just was like, okay, we getting ready to bowl. And I figured, I figured you could bowl because I think Mike had told me a little bit before then that you could. And so I was like, okay, the first you see somebody with bowling, a lot of times people can have like a lucky first rounds or so.
Yeah.
And so after like 4 or 5 times, I was like, damn, no, he's really
You know, if I had my stuff, it would have been different. But you know, because
and
like
so that's what I'm saying. So that was even with you not having
so
your
yeah.
stuff.
I don't do a lot of talking. I never did a lot of talking. Unless
Yeah,
we really close and we joking, I'll talk then, like talk junk. But I don't do a lot of talking.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, Carlos.
I be paying attention. I be paying attention. So okay, so I got to ask you because I don't think we ever talked about this. How did you get into bowling, or
um,
what started your interest in it?
me and some of my friends, we used to go every weekend, but we didn't know how to bowl. I wanted to put my fingers in the ball then, and when COVID came, I was in the house and they finally opened alley up, the one I bowl at now, and
Mhm.
went in there one day, and this guy was just talking to me, and he was like, "You can throw my bowling ball if you want to," and just started from there.
Really?
It's been about 2021, yeah, around that time.
So so it sounds like you kind of just already had the skill and maybe didn't know that you had it.
I think I was just natural at it because even when I bowl now, so I don't bowl like a traditional bowler. I bowl with two fingers, and
Mhm.
um, I throw the ball like 19, 18 miles. So I'm not like a regular. I mean, a lot of guys bowl like they normally bowl like three fingers or something like that. So
Right.
different. I think I was just natural at it.
Hmm. That's what's up. Okay. So yeah, that's cool that you have your own uh technique for it too, and like the way that you bowl.
Right.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay. Okay. And so you could lead me into one of the questions that I've been asking everybody this season. So this segment is called Figure Eight. So it's basically this is the eighth season of my podcast, and so I'm curious to know of the last 8 years of your life, is there one moment that you can pinpoint that says, okay, this moment really shaped who I am today?
Moment. Yeah. One moment. If I say a moment, it would be when you said 8 years. I signed myself into, was that 8 years though? I'm trying to think. It's been a while. I want to say I signed myself into an orphanage. I was old.
Oh,
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. That's not 8 years though.
you said it's not 8 years. Okay. Well, if it's close to 8 years, we can go with that. If you
Yeah.
feel like that's the biggest one, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, although I've been through a lot when I was younger, but when I put myself there, I knew, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of shaped me because I made that decision. It was a big decision. And
Mhm.
so I would say, yeah, sign myself to an orphanage, man. They really helped me out a lot. And my family, I didn't go there because I ain't had a family. I went there because I'm so independent. So you know,
Mhm.
go back to my hometown. So I signed myself there, and they was like, it was the best thing I ever did.
Really? Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, and Taurus people are very independent. I agree.
Very.
Yeah, like almost to a fault. Like, because I know some Taurus people that I've heard some of their stories when they come out of the other side of the struggle,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, well, then why did you say that you were going through this? Like, why didn't you tell somebody? So yeah, I can totally see that for a Taurus. I feel like um, a lot of times a Taurus will just carry the weight of whatever they have going on just by themselves.
Yeah. That's me. All
Really?
day, every day.
Oh man, man.
I don't like asking somebody for nothing.
Yeah,
If
yeah, I understand that.
owe me money, I don't want to ask them for it.
Well, I feel like that too. I'm the same way now. If I've ever the times I have loaned people money, um, if they tell me they're going to pay me back, then I do expect to get it back. But on the same side or same token, I almost don't expect it. It's like, okay, I gave it, and if I get it back, it's great. But if I don't, it's not the
Right.
end of the world.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
me.
This was up. Okay. Okay. So do you, and I like asking people this too. Now I know you said that you don't have a lot of knowledge of the zodiac or pay attention to it a whole lot, but do you think that there's a difference between the May Taurus? Because actually, really,
On the cusp.
you're on the cusp. You're almost Gemini.
Thank God I'm not.
Oh, wait, okay, wait. We can't go past that. Okay, so what's the smoke with the Geminis? You don't like Geminis?
I ain't gonna say I don't like them. I met some cool Geminis. I think a lot of Geminis are crazy. I think a lot of them are crazy.
Really, like crazy, like in what way?
We like a little delusion, man. I don't know. It just, I mean, you gotta think about my little brother's a Gemini, my little cousin's Gemini. Um,
Oh, so people in your family that
girls too. A lot. I mean, not girls. A lot of women.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
women. A lot of women too. But I mean, they good people though. I don't really be diving too deep into it, but when it comes to signs like that about relationship stuff, I'll be saying Geminis and Leos, the women. So I try
Oh,
to
the ones you stay away from.
say it again.
You stay away from Leos too and Geminis.
I mean, if I see a pretty Leo, I mean, it is what it
You still gonna holler?
is.
I hear you, but in the back of your head, you might be like, I don't know.
But no, that's only because you know, saying when you get hurt by one, you think all of them the same. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I like that you said that because I've had a lot of people on here, and when you dig deep into why they don't like certain signs, a lot of times it's not because something they dealt with multiple people. It's one person.
person. So
And
yeah,
then one person did them so wrong that now they just a poster child for the whole zodiac. But now I had one lady on here before who's a Gemini,
right.
and she had a thing for Aquarius men, which actually, when you read compatibility, Gemini and Aquarius is almost like a perfect match. But for her, it just never really worked out. It never worked out. And she, to the point where she was attracting three different guys who all had the same birthday and they were all Aquarius, and she didn't know until after she got involved with them.
That's crazy.
I'm
That's
like, what are the chances of that?
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Yeah, so um, yeah, you never there's some truth to it.
Yeah,
But yeah, okay, I can totally see that. So no Leos and no Geminis. Okay, I'm making a note of that.
I think.
So we got a point for Aquarius and we got a point for Aries and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Leo Gemini, not so much.
The Aries are cool, man. They real cool.
Hmm.
I'm
You're
just
kind of fiery,
yeah, I'm just
but they're
stuck.
cool.
That's all. I just when it comes to the women, I be stuck in my ways sometimes.
Yeah, you just don't want to bend.
Yeah, like a good person with some ways on me. So yeah,
Yeah, well, everybody got their thing. Everybody got ways about them. So I don't think it's anything wrong with that. Um, now, do you think? Because I know Taurus, the front half of Taurus is late April. So have you found that have you seen differences in maybe people that are born under the Taurus sign that are April versus the May ones?
uh, I can't quite say because when it come to the April, I only dealt with like two women.
Okay, that's in
Yeah,
that range. Okay,
they was cool.
gotcha.
It was cool. I mean, I don't think I really seen. I don't know. I really don't know.
Huh.
Yeah,
Now that okay, so you brought up something that I wasn't thinking about till you said it, but I do think there are certain signs that, and of course, I'm not. None of this is absolute, so I think it's more about the person. It's not just their signs,
yeah.
but I do think there are certain signs that it's not a good idea for them to date each other. Um, so like for instance, okay, so I'll take Virgo. So both of my parents are Virgos. I have two cousins that, well, my cousin and then her husband was a Virgo. So I feel like that's an example of a sign where you see that it works a lot. You can see like two Virgos together, like, okay, even two Tauruses, I could see that working. Um, Now with Aquarius, I ain't gonna lie. So Aquarius is kind of, I know I got some weird ways. I can be stubborn. And I
it's
think that's a mixed bag. It could be a good match, but it also could be a horrible match.
it's funny because I got a couple friends that they both are Aquarius and they try to do it, but it didn't work.
See, yeah, yeah.
It was horrible.
That's
So
too much weird going on in one room.
yeah, it's crazy. I swear I say that.
Yeah, I just I don't think that one is a lot of times the best mix. Okay, okay. And so this is another question I've been asking everybody. Um, so like I said, I know you know good food. So what would you say is a snack that really represents Taurus? Like if somebody were to, and it could be something that's already in the store, it could be something that you would make at home. It doesn't have to be something that exists today. Um, and I guess more specifically, something that represents you. Like if you were to say, okay, if somebody's eating this, then this is the vibe like that you feel like you are in that snack.
Um, that's a good question. That's a great question. I'm trying to think because I mean, my favorite snack is a chip, but a chip ain't gonna do it.
Well, what kind of chip? It depends.
When it comes to me, man, I eat all chips. Man. I love chips.
I'll see you just like me. Chips is my downfall, man.
Hey, man, chips over steak any day, man. I'm trying to tell you, I love chips. I
Me
love.
too.
I don't a snack. It got to be some. It got to be some. It got to be something good. It got to be something good because I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. So let me
I
okay, so
don't know.
we'll go down the chip route. And so I'll try to think of some chips because I like chips a lot too.
Yeah.
Uh that I feel like would really represent okay. So this is and you tell me if you agree or not.
Okay.
But I think a Taurus, if I had to narrow it down to chips, I think it would be spicy nacho Doritos. And this is why I say that. Okay, so everybody loves cheese. Cheese is dependable. You can like even if you have a bad dish, if you put some cheese on it, you'd be like, okay, it's good. It tastes good. The spicy, I feel like is because the spicy nacho Doritos, they're not really that hot,
Right.
but they got the little kick, and I feel like that's Taurus because on any given day you're not gonna get that spice, but it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you push them.
But it's crazy because you were saying that when you were saying that I was thinking about Sour Patch Kids, but I think the
Oh, okay.
Doritos might be better because, like you said, it's there, but you know,
Yeah, and it's a durable chip. It's strong.
right,
You can eat nachos with it if you wanted to.
right.
Yeah,
That's a good one though.
yeah.
I love chips, man. I swear.
It's me too. Me too. I can't even buy like I really try not to buy chips too much and not the big bags because I'll just run through them.
Yeah, man. See, I drive trucks for air gas, so I deliver to dollar stores. So while I go in there, I'm like, dang, they calling
Let
my
me
name.
get some chips, right?
Tell- Telling you.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh, so you said something about Sour Patch Kids though. Now what route were you gonna go with that? With the snack?
Because when I watch the commercial, they be saying how like I think they sweet and sour or something later, but because I feel like I'm just thinking about myself. I'm very very sweet, but this girl recently at my job, she said when I seen you, I just thought you was like the meanest person in the world, just what I'm saying, based how you look like. But when she met me, she got to know me. She like, bro, you're the sweetest person I've ever met, like the sweetest guy. So
Wow.
that's why I was thinking about like that route. So, but I don't know if everybody like that. What I'm saying, Taurus wise.
You you know what? Okay, so you might be the first person this season to get two snacks because that sour punch analogy, I think that's true because Taurus people, I feel like in general, they are like you said, they are very sweet, very caring people, but they also kind of have this exterior up, and I don't know if it's on purpose or I don't know if it's just kind of like the nature or whatever. Um, but I've seen that with a lot of Taurus people. Like maybe at the first meeting, they might seem like they're a little bit unapproachable.
Yeah, I'm very standoffish, so I get to know.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah,
Hmm. I can see that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you got two. Okay. So yeah, spicy nacho Doritos, and I like that sour punch one too. That's a good one. That's
I
what's up.
grab my charger. This phone about to die.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me see if we can power through these last
Oh,
questions.
okay,
Hmm. Yeah, because we're pretty much at the end.
okay.
So, um, so this is the last part. So this is just uh the 5 this or that questions, and this is dead in the water. So I'll ask you which one you. Well, I'll give you the choice, and basically you tell me which one you would throw back in the water.
Yeah.
So this is based off of stuff that I've either seen or I kind of think. Some of these are pretty much think I know how you're gonna react. I think.
All right.
But some I don't know why this didn't. Let me see. For some reason, it didn't save it. All right. So between this one, these two, bowling or basketball, which one would you throw away if you had to?
Throwing basketball away.
Okay. Okay. You could throw that one away. All right. Cool. All right. So the next one, now this is movies. As a franchise, I guess you could say, Bad Boys or Nutty Professor. Which one of those are you just getting rid of? All you got to get rid of all of them.
Nutty Professor. They got to go.
Okay. Okay? See. Okay. So far, I'm pretty spot on to what I think you would have said. Okay. All right. So this next one, snacks, like we talked about earlier, chips or cake. Which one are you?
Oh man,
getting rid of?
Cake gotta go.
Cake gotta go. So you're not really into sweets like that, are you?
I am, but when it comes to chips, hey, I tell you, I choose chips over steak.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, same thing. I love chips myself. Okay. All right. So between these two rappers, Common or Most Def, who are you getting rid of?
I'm gonna say, well, I'm not sure. I'm getting rid of Most Def.
Okay. Okay. Wait, you sound like you were kind of hesitating, or maybe you were gonna say something else.
I was about to say that because I didn't really listen to him like that, but Common got the song that I really like. I can't. He got a song I really like. It's on my phone, and then Most Def, I like him in movies.
Yeah, he is good at movies. I would have to agree with you on that. Yeah, he is really.
They both good in movies though, but Most Def is good in movies. So.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So what is the song that you have from Common? That you.
Is it called Light?
Oh, the light. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The one with Erykah Badu in the video.
Oh, man,
that song jam. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, and this is the last one. Okay, so between these two drinks, which one are you getting rid of, vodka or tequila?
I don't know if you know, I don't drink, but
okay, I didn't know that. Okay,
I drink occasionally. But vodka, vodka got to go. That's horrible.
Really, you don't like vodka at all?
Vodka make you sick.
Really?
I just tried tequila like for the first time like 6 months ago, but tequila's smooth, but vodka got to go.
Really? You get rid of that? Okay. Okay. So I'll ask you another just on the fly one real quick, since I know you said you don't drink. So between these two sodas, a Coke or a Sprite, which one would you get rid of?
That's tough. I'm gonna get dang, that's tough. I'm gonna get rid of Coke because they said dark cells are bad for you. Okay, I can respect that. Okay, get rid of the Coke. Okay, that's what's up. Hey, that's it. That's man, this is great. This is really, really good. Thank you for joining me, Trey. And see, we made it right before your phone died, so we made it just enough time. So. But thank you again for coming on and being my guest, Rep Taurus. And everybody, again, you can follow Trey on Instagram at 206.wick. And make sure you tune in and catch the rest of the season and rest of the episodes. After this, we have Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Those are the last 3. So I'll tune in for that one.
Yes. Yeah, I'll let you know when that one comes out. All right then, Trey. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
Are you welcome? All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Peace.